Welcome to Northside, baby.
My name is Setu Jones, and I'm an artist. Welcome here to Northside, welcome to Heritage Park, welcome to the site of the old projects that we used to call it. The Sumner Field homes were right here on this spot. And I was the artist for the design team that redesigned this whole area. So I grew up here. My earliest memories are from the projects that were here. My family moved in the 50s. The projects, the buildings had already started to fall apart because they're built on these soils, on these wet soils, on these soils that were really wetlands. Across the street and from the storm drains, you could hear the water always running. And so people had all these stories about Bassett Creek and fishing. People said you could even fish inside the storm drains. And believe it or not, we are standing on top of Bassett Creek. And I combined the love of nature with my work. And so that's how I got to be involved as the artist on the design team here. In redesigning it, we had to pay attention to the path, the old path of Bassett Creek. All of this here, these are all plantings. These are all native plantings that were maintained over a while until they could mature enough to come out. All of these are plants that are adjacent to a wetland or part of a wetland and help filter the water. So the water that ends up here will end up in the Mississippi, and so it's just one other step to keep it clean. This water here comes from this entire watershed. So the hills that are way up here on Penn, all of that comes down into this watershed here. So what we wanted to do was to take advantage of creating these storm water features here and integrate art into those things. So one of the things that we did was come up with this idea to create a memorial to fair housing. And so here is the history of fair housing in the city of Minneapolis. And we left one blank down there at the end so we can add to that history in the future. So you have to look through the past to see the future. And so welcome. I'm talked out now. That's a lot of blah, blah.